For the first time in their career, TSM were unable to get a win in the first week of an LCS split. They're now 1-3, with their second loss coming from a revamped FlyQuest, playing with the substitute in the mid lane. So how did FlyQuest take a win over last season's champions? Let's start with the draft. There are 4 highly contested mid laners in the LCS right now: Azir, Malzahar, Ryze, and Zoe. FlyQuest banned Malzahar, and then each team bans another mid laner as their third ban, leaving only Azir. FlyQuest grab it. It's a strong mid pick and one of Keen's most played champions in his career. TSM then locks in their bot lane, and FlyQuest respond by picking their AD carry and top laner. Gnar is one of the best blind picks here, since his range will get him through harder matchups and win favorable ones. Now TSM have only one pick left before the second ban phase, and they're in a tactical pinch. If they take a mid laner, FlyQuest can ban out Gnar counters. If they take a top laner, FlyQuest will ban out even more mids. They end up taking Xerath, whose safe wave clear makes him a soft counter to Azir's shorter range. And, side note, because TSM had this soft counter prepared, it's likely they plan to push FlyQuest into the Azir. FlyQuest can now ban split pushers that would match or kill Gnar in the side lane, Camille and Jace. This means they'll be able to safely put Flame in side lanes to draw pressure and attention during the game. So, as the second ban phase ends, FlyQuest has secured 2 strong lanes in Azir and Gnar. This opens them up to a pick that ends up being a big factor in their win, Zac. So why pick Zac over higher priority junglers like Sejuani and Jarvan? All of them can reach and hit the immobile backline of Kog'Maw and Xerath, but TSM have Tahm Kench, who can devour and save teammates from harm. Zac can jump the backline with Elastic Slingshot and then grab Tahm with his devoured target, bringing them back to his team. In addition, paired with Taric, Zac becomes even harder to kill. Cosmic Radiance is relatively easy to combo with Zac engages, and linking Bastion with Zac also means Dazzle can be used to extend his reach and crowd control on the backline. We don't usually see Zac because he's a slower clearer and is usually on the losing side of duels. We saw this in Clutch Gaming vs CLG Week 2, where Reignover invaded Lyra early, popped his passive, forced his top laner to TP, forced Lyra's flash, and then took his blue buff. But FlyQuest have prepared perfectly for this. They've paired Zac with 2 solo lanes who can push in their opponents to assist their jungler if he gets invaded. Take this example of a red buff contest. Onda wins the Smite War, and because Azir will reach the fight faster with his push and wall dashes, Mike Young can't chase Zac down to pop his passive. Onda also does a good job of avoiding Kha'Zix throughout the game. In his first path, he sees that TSM's bot lane show up late to lane at 148, and thus know Kha'Zix started bot side as he got a leash. He goes from red straight to blue and Gromp, and then paths downwards, avoiding conflict. Thanks to all this, Mike Young only manages to steal 1 camp in the first 15 minutes of the game, despite Zac's weaknesses. Sven and Mithy even win lane and set up vision in the bot jungle, but this doesn't translate into any substantial advantages for Kha'Zix. In fact, Zac at one point manages to sneak in Rift Herald while his solo lanes are pushing. Let's fast forward to see how FlyQuest control the pace. At 29:30, the gold is almost dead even. Azir pushes mid while Gnar pushes bot lane to get the tier 1 turret. Kalista joins Gnar while Azir sets up his turret and pushes mid. Most of the team resets while Keen moves towards his top side to grab blue and push the top lane. Zac and Taric move towards Baron to start setting up vision, while Azir resets for Void Staff to deal with TSM's magic resist. The team groups 4 mid with Gnar alone in the bot lane. TSM disappear from vision to see if FlyQuest will walk into Fog of War. But with Baron dead and the control ward still inside the pit, there's no reason to face check. This is when FlyQuest start to run TSM around the map. They push mid with Kalista while hugging the bottom side of the lane to limit pickoffs. Azir and Gnar start moving bot lane to push and siege the wave Flame built, and the rest of the team quickly follows. They get some damage and immediately back off once they see multiple TSM members rotating through the enemy jungle to reach mid, where they get some more damage on the mid tier 2. Once TSM arrive, FlyQuest back through the topside jungle, clearing TSM's vision and leaving 4 of their own wards in case TSM moves towards Baron. Once vision is cleared, Azir aggressively clears the mid wave and moves into Fog of War. With 4 of TSM's members showing up in the mid lane, they quickly move to Baron, where Kalista's Rend and Azir's DPS mean they can quickly burst it before TSM can contest. With Tarek ult on all 5 members, FlyQuest go in. Tahm Kench devours Kog'Maw and Zac grabs Tahm, pulling him towards FlyQuest. This forces a flash from Tahm Kench that sticks TSM's bot lane in a choke point. 3 of TSM's members are forced to path into this choke, and it's perfect for Gnar's ultimate. In the end, FlyQuest grabbed 4 kills while only losing Wild Turtle. They send Azir top lane to push the stacked wave, while the other 3 members push mid, taking down 2 inhibitors. A few minutes ago, the gold was even, and with one play, FlyQuest take a 7k gold lead. While the game doesn't end here, and FlyQuest do make some mistakes that prevent them from closing it out sooner, their smart draft, expert use of minion waves, and decisive shot calling allow them to jump into the driver's seat and take down Team Solo Mid.
For more league interviews and analysis, subscribe to our channel. You can also find stats, discussions, and more on our website and mobile app at blitzesports.com.